What's going on? I'll be Fitness Gaming, and you've seen the title of the video. You know why you're here. Look at those big Siege Rhino domain zoo, baby. We're back at it again. What another game. Let's see what the cat dragged in this time. Alright, terrible hand. No lands. Easy mulligan. One lander, tap land. Mulligan again. We're off to an amazing start here, ladies and gentlemen, and we have no green mana. We're on the play. We're on the draw, so if we go Sacred Foundry, Ragavan. Can we do, can we? I think, let's just keep it because this is too brutal already. We need Bolt. Let's see what they're playing. Depending on what they're playing. Merfolk? Nope, some type of control deck. Okay, so we... Alright, so we're just going to go Sacred Foundry, Ragavan. And hope that's good enough. I have one with 2-card hands with this deck. Against Amulet Titan, and I have one with a lot of times with 4-card hands. And we got there. We got there. Ragavan too good. Ragavan is too good. Okay, so we're playing against control. I don't think we need to change anything here. We're gonna probably be dragged into a late game. Yeah, I like this. So yeah, it's funny. I was just saying, the Amulet Titan. I remember we won because we had 2 cards in hand, and I think all we drew were lands, and our opponent ended up going off, and they miscalculated how to kill us, and then they had like 2 packs they couldn't pay for the next turn, so they lost. So that's how we won that game. Sorry. I know you're probably expecting some crazy story, how he made a comeback, but no, that's not what happened. Alright, mulligan. And wow, we are just drawing straight trash, my friends. Okay, we're going to keep this, put away this and this. Ragavan? One red mana, you win the game. Nah, they probably have prismatic ending here. Ooh, a 1-lander. They must have so much gas. If they don't got nothing for this Ragavan, they're gonna probably scoop. Can't imagine they could have like Supreme Verdict. You know, let's play this actually. So we'll do a breeding pool. Are we playing? I think we're playing against Storm, right? And we'll do a red and green. Just draw a card. Cast Kavu. Say go. Yeah, I think we're playing against Storm. Or some type of ab nauseam deck. Land. Land, but not the one we were looking for. I think we're going to get rid of the Draco here. I would like another Tribal Flames. Although, if they are playing some type of Storm deck, we should be going after their graveyard, right? Ooh, it is a brutal combo deck. So We could go Kavu Tribal Flames. I think I like that. Yeah, and I was gonna say, yeah, like they have to kill us this next turn. You know, another option would have just been Siege Rhino as well, and then they would still have to kill us the next turn. Let's see what we would have drawn here. Forest. All right, let's go ahead and just see if we can jump into another quick game here. Is it the same person? I wonder if this is that one deck, man. What is it called? Neoform, I think? Where they can like go off on turn 1? It might be, actually. Now that I think about it, now that I see this card here, I suspect it's Neoform. We're going to go green-white. I mean, not green-white. What am I talking about? Red-white. Ragavan. It's cool that we're playing against the same deck again, so we can probably start to see what they do, which is good. Alright. I think what I want to do here is get in with this, bolt them, and play a Goyf. We have to try to kill them as fast as we can. Land? Draco. We could have... No, we can't. I was going to say try to play a threat to see if they counter it so we can get an additional type in the yard. Okay, Metamorphosis is not bad. Red, green. Alright, so now they have to kill us this turn. Okay, so they're searching for something. Not conceding. Interesting. All right. Yeah, this is the Neoform deck, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Neoform deck. Actually, what am I? Let's just tribal flame them. The reason, like, I wanted to play the Rhino instead was because of this. Oh man. Alright. We do have binding. Alright, so we got there. We could, like, if they play the Raptor, we could then like bind it. I think there's a trigger that goes on the stack. I could be wrong. I think in this matchup, actually, now that I know what it is, we actually want our counter spells. Yeah, I think there's a trigger that goes on the stack. I'm pretty sure. And if we binding it in response, they can't sack it. I think that's how that works. But I know I've played against this deck before, and both games I lost on turn 1. I hope that the opponent, you know, everybody always wants to win in a game of Magic. But this is one of the only times, especially since we're recording, is that I would not mind if the opponent just completely kills me on turn 1 the next 2 games, just so that you guys can see this ridiculousness. Alright, so if we make it to our turn, we're going to play Ragavan off of Sacred Foundry. So I think the way this deck works, from what I've seen, is that they get that Raptor into play, then they sack it with Neoform, then they get a Gristlebrand, then they go through their deck, they have that green card where they just gain life, then they play Endurance, they play the Endurance, evoke, put their graveyard back into their library, they have all this life, so then they Gristlebrand again, and they do it again, and they draw all these cards, and then they play that 2 blue creature that if you can't draw a card or something like that, basically they draw the card in the hand and they play that creature and they win. But it's very cool deck when it works. We're gonna go here. Alright, so we're just gonna get... We could get the Triome here, but we don't need that. We're going to get Breeding Pool. And we're going to go Goyf, Nacatl. And then next turn, depending what we draw, if we don't draw anything, there we go, here we go, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, it's happening. It's happening! Yep, there it is. There's the Gristlebrand. Summer's Pact. They get the worm to gain the life, right? Is that... No. Why'd they get this worm? Convoke. I don't know. I haven't seen the worm yet. But from here, they're going to gain a bunch of life. Why are they getting this worm? Am I missing something with this worm? So I haven't seen the worm before. But anyways, yeah, you're going to see here. Oh, they whiffed. They whiffed. Sucks for them. But yeah, so from my understanding, from what I've seen, the way it works is they get the Endurance, and then they have that blue creature too. But they just play all these little spells, and then the Endurance put everything back into their library. They then Gristlebrand for another 7, and then they play that Mox Ember, and then they tap that for mana, then play the Metamorphosis to tap for mana, and then it kind of cycles through, so they're gaining all this life going through their deck, and then eventually they have no cards in their deck, and they have the blue creature, which they can play off the Mox Embers mana that they produced and the Metamorphosis, and then they win. And it is all over. But it didn't go off, didn't work out, but you were able to kind of see what they were trying to do there. That deck is actually pretty brutal because, like I mentioned earlier, when I've played against that deck before, and both times it killed me on turn 1. So, but I guess that's what happens when you play decks like that. Anyways, my friends, there it is. Really liking this list. If you guys have any suggestions, comment at the bottom. Anything I could have done better in my gameplay, comment at the bottom. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button. Helps out the channel a lot. I post every day. Again, my friends, thank you so much for watching, and peace out.